Roses. Thanks for being here. You're always welcome here in this space with me. Right now feels like a go with the flow day. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it just feels like things are connecting. I don't really know how to explain that right now. But that's just a feeling that comes over me, that it came over me as soon as I woke up this morning. Like something is connecting. The connection is happening. Do you guys feel something? I don't know. Is it just me today? Maybe, maybe not. Let's see what's going on here. What's going on here? Holy Spirit, come through. Protect my energy. Protect my honey roses energy. What do you want them to know? Gentle breeze almost came out, but it didn't come out. I should probably be over the table, but I don't know. I feel like I need to feel free. I don't want to feel restricted. If it falls, it falls. I don't know. Or I'll stop if I'm guided to. What do you want them to know? Oh. Sometimes it's hard to pick up cards off the floor. Y'all know what that's like, right? It's just like... Okay, so this card says Magic Wand. Want to see? There's a portal. Ooh, this is a part of the connection that I was feeling. It's a spiritual connection. And it's time for us to go inside of the portal of spirituality for real, for real. Not just for fake, but for real. Because there's answers in here. And that's where the keys are. Get the keys. Get the keys, get the keys. Get the keys, get the keys. Oh, let me read it. I felt like that was the only message for the card for a second, knowing that there's words on there, you know. Manifest. You have the power to turn ordinary into extraordinary. Bring into focus what you want. Then the universe reflects the same vibration. Now let divine timing do the rest. Call on your inner Merlin to access what is available now and from other dimensions and timelines. What is Merlin? I don't know what that means. Let me check. Let me check. Merlin. Let's see. Call on your inner Merlin to access what is available now. Merlin? Call on your inner Merlin. It feels like that means like it feels like that means like an inner guide or somebody. Call in your Merlin. Let me see. My desktop is a little slow because I had it just on all night. Mind you, it's been right here and I haven't turned it on because I'm always on my laptop. So now it's acting confused. I'm not gonna answer this at the moment. Phone always ringing when I'm recording. Okay. I have to be careful so I don't knock over my oil burner. Oh, it's so slow right now. I'm trying to get it Merlin to see what that definition of Merlin is. You know, I'm somebody that as soon as if I see a word that I don't recognize, I look it up because I want to know, like, what does that mean? My brain it wants to know. It wants to know what the word means. Merlin is M-E-R-L-I-N. As slow as my desktop is going, y'all might find it before me. Like, I need to do Clear the cookies. Clear the cookies. Clear the cookies out the cookie jar. And I think I need to get another mouse pad because the one I had, I threw it out because it was all ripped up. And then I didn't buy another one. But it left my mind to do it. Oh yeah. Define Merlin. Did I spell it right? Oh. It says a small dark falcon that hunts small birds. Found throughout most of Eurasia and much of North America. Okay, so the birds have meaning today because I just took a picture for the thumbnail, and for some reason my tattoo was like, I don't know, it was just, I was gravitating to it. And so I looked up the meaning of the red bird, and then I put, you know, what I found there on the picture so you guys can see it. And this bird has a lot of meaning to me personally, but I never looked up the spiritual meaning before. That was the first time, and I don't know why I was drawn to do that. That's why it feels like it feels, I don't know how to explain it. It just feels like something's connecting. I don't know how else to say right now. It feels like something's connecting. And like portals are opening. That's what it feels like to me. And then I did that whole thing with the red bird on the thumbnail that you're gonna see by now, because I'm recording the video now, but I did the thumbnail first before I started the video. And it says the small dark falcon that hunts small birds. Oh, it's a mythical figure prominently featured in Legend of King Arthur and best known as a magician with several other main roles. Connection, alchemy. Oh, I'm gonna go read about this Merlin. I guess that's why I've never heard. What does it look like? I've never come across that word before. It doesn't seem familiar to me. Oh, is it a real bird too? Oh, it is a real bird too. It kind of looks like a mini version of like a hawk in a way to me. But anyway, there's something very significant about birds today. Magic, portals, 3-3. I just heard 757. I don't know. 757. 757. Wasn't that plane that went missing? Wait, something's happening. This is what happens to me, y'all. I'm just letting you see it in real time. And I know it happens to a lot of other readers too. I mean, when you're like spiritual, and you're on your journey, you just connect things, and you pay attention to synchronicities. Let me see what angel number 757 means. Signs of positive change and new beginnings. I feel like that's where a lot of us are going right now. A lot of us are looking at things way different from the way we did before. Something is shifting to where we know that there's so much more than just this physical world. Like, there's so much more. There's a lot more than what meets the eye. And when you start to connect to, the more, it's a really good feeling. It feels very free. It's like you find freedom that you didn't have once before. And that's a part of what we all need in order for our crown chakra connection to activate in a way where you have like this infinite flow of ideas. You have an infinite flow of information. What else? There's something else too. An infinite flow. Not knowledge. I don't want to say knowledge. Inspiration. That's what I want to say. That's what I'm looking for. An infinite flow of inspiration. Okay, this is the one that I'm called to pull out. For some reason, this turquoise greenish color is, oh, this is 2 cards. Surprise. Grassroots. Grassroots. Okay, let me read it. It says fault lines, repair. Earthquakes come from fault lines beneath the surface. When things in life are built from fear or ill intentions, they cannot withstand when life shakes things up. So when people see you growing, they're not gonna like it. Well, not all people, just the people that are not people in right. Like the people that wish for your downfall. If there are anybody that has made you their enemy, even though you're not even trying to be that, and you didn't have that intention, but they created it. Anytime they cannot withstand the light, and they can't withstand when life shakes things up, because they're not prepared for it, and it makes them feel uncomfortable. Portals are opening, so a lot of people who have not been living to the best of their ability are really gonna feel some type of way right now, because there's a shift. And it's like, if you don't start to change your mind, for those who are still thinking very tiny, they're gonna be left behind. And when things get chaotic, because there's chaos, there's also some chaos somewhere. It's like in the air. It's like in the air. I can't, that's all I can say. There's chaos in the air. And it is important that you stand strong in your spirituality so that you can withstand the chaos, so that you can understand that it's not end all be all, and so that you can build up your protection through the chaos. Okay? After that part where it says life shakes things up, or they cannot withstand when life shakes things up, use this time to look within yourself and in relationships to see any cracks that need mending or a new foundation to be built. Fault lines. Okay. You see how that looks like under the sea. The sea, or is it under the sea? Or it's in space? I don't know. This is somewhere. And it's in the darkness. But in the darkness is when, let me say it right. On your spiritual journey, in the darkness is when everything falls apart, or when everything has fallen apart already. You have to find something to fill the emptiness. You have to find something to fill the void. And the void is this hole of the unknown that's causing the problem. And the best thing you could do is fill it with spirituality. Fill it with that intentional, I guess, perspective. Intentional perspective, so that you can be inspired in the dark. It's hard for me to say that because I know how hard it is in the dark. I know what it feels like in the dark. But if you can find inspiration in the darkness, it makes me want to cry. I'm emotional. Oh my gosh. I'm trying not to cry. I don't want to cry right now. I just want to tell y'all what I'm hearing. And sometimes when they speak to me, I get emotional. Now my eyes are burning. Why are they burning? Wait, I'm trying to stop. Because I'm trying to talk and I can't talk when I cry. Okay. Stop crying. Okay. Okay. It says Grassroots. They're gonna make me cry again. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get it together, but what they're saying to me, right? I know it's possible, but I know that it takes so many of us to come together to do it. Manifest, repair, unity. Y'all know what this means. It says manifest, repair, unity. What does that tell you? That we're supposed to be working together, that we're not supposed to be fighting against another or one another. And that's what people do. That's what we've been taught to do, fight against each other and hate each other for no damn reason. Fight over the most insignificant, slow-mo situations that make absolutely no sense. When if we could just work together and figure that out, our whole world would shift. The whole world would shift. It's just that everybody has to be on the same accord, but everybody is all divided, and that's why we have a lot of the problems we do now, because everybody is choosing to be all divided and like, I'm right. No, I'm right. And then it's to the point where it's just a big argument. But what's really right is the best option for everyone. Like, what's gonna make everyone feel content? What's gonna make everyone feel whole? What's gonna make altruism? What's gonna make everyone feel valued? What makes people feel good? Being themselves. Why do people feel like they can't be themselves? Because of what? Because of their environment, because of what we've been taught, because of what we think we're supposed to be, how we think we're supposed to look, what people say looks good and what doesn't look good. Oh, she's too fat. Oh, she's too skinny. Oh, he's too fat. Oh, he's too skinny. Why are you worried about what people putting in their mouth? But what's coming out your mouth? Like, it's just like people be worried about stuff that makes, what is the difference? What difference does that make? Damn. Just dumb shit. Okay. Let me just read the card. I don't know. It's a turtle and fairies. And here goes the bird again. Let me show you. He has a house on his back. He has a lot to deal with. He is a busy turtle, isn't he? He's like, he's trying to put the weight of the world on his back by himself. And turtles are like, well, I was gonna say they don't really hurt nobody, but they're like, they're peaceful. I feel like they're peaceful animals. But some, snapping turtles, I think those are the most vicious because they could snap somebody's whole finger off if you let them. Don't get too close to that thing. That's a chomper. But that just makes me think about protection. The snapping turtle's little snapper, because that thing is strong and powerful, but it's a peaceful animal though. And I feel like a lot of us have that aspect in us as well, where we do have this peaceful aspect of us, or we choose to be peaceful, but I wanted to say we have a strong bite. When we're pushed, you see the shadow. You see the other side, the side that not everyone sees, or the side that only comes out when you're provoked. But then that is gonna bring me in a whole nother direction. But I'm just gonna leave it there, okay? But there's fairies back here. It's like he's like the protector, the person that's trying to keep everything together, keep everything united, keep the house intact. And he's bearing the weight of everyone on his back. Who has done that? Why am I rhyming? I don't know. I wasn't even trying to do that. That was weird. It makes me think about like Michael X. I was not trying to say Michael. Who is Michael X? Malcolm X. Harriet Tubman and Martin Luther King. Like people who try to make everyone see things for the better. Like, it's not about extremism. That's not my point. The main focus is the unity part, and how there's certain people that have this weight on them and this calling to change things for the better. Like it's like a calling, like you can't ignore it. You can't, no matter how much you try to ignore it and run away and say, no, I don't want to do it. Don't call me, I don't want to do it. No matter how much you say that, you end up in the place of doing it. And you can't you can't run from it eventually. And then if you, like for the people who feel this way, like they have the weight of the world on their back, like they feel like emotional when it comes to the state of the world and the sadness of others, and that empathic superpower where you just feel everything. It feels like a responsibility, like. And then the bird is here. Back to the bird from the thumbnail I made before I started the video. And then the 757 is a plane, represents wisdom. And I didn't even read that. I looked up 757 and forgot to read it. But it says the angel number 757 is a sign of positive change and new beginnings. Oh, I think I just stopped there. And then it says, it represents wisdom and encourages you to focus on your personal intelligence and knowledge. If you're about to embark on a new relationship, career, or spiritual journey, angel number 757 is a sign to open yourself up to new experiences. You might experience the end of your current relationship, which is about to be replaced with a new one. Or you might experience the renewal of love in your current love relationship. This card says it's time to build alliances for better support. For yourself or others you can assist. Let your passionate ideas ignite a movement to help others and the planet by creating a new earth that is supportive and loving. That's what they said. Spirit talking today, because this is the connection. This is the connection. It's like the love connection. Did y'all ever... This just poked out on me. What's up with this one? This one, I've never even seen this card before. That's been happening lately with this deck. Because when I first got it, I felt like the same cards were coming out even though I was shuffling it. I guess that was just the energy at the time. But lately, when I pull these cards, different cards have been coming out that I don't usually see. And it's a bird. It's a bird. It's the bird again. How many birds do we have here? The synchronicities of birds. The plane's looking like a bird. 757 is flying in the sky like a bird. This is a bird. There's a bird in the Grassroots photo. And here's the other bird that gave me inspiration to do that thumbnail. Okay, mirror. Reflection pond. And it says, every person you interact with is viewed through your perception. They then reflect what you perceive, therefore are reflected unto you. You're seeing your reflection through others by seeing a part of yourself. That's another aspect of being empathic. A lot of times tarot readers are here to help because we feel that we got through some really tough situations and we figured out how to do it. So for those who are in tough situations and they feel like lost and they feel like they're having trouble getting through the situation that they're going through, a lot of our, well, not all of them, but a lot of tarot readers read tarot for other people to help them through their spiritual journey and help them to see the light in the dark. So it's like we see your pain within us, like, and I'm gonna speak more so for myself, but I know there's a lot of tarot readers that feel the same way I do. But it's like when you see somebody else in pain, if you could just speak a couple of words to make them feel better inside, you've done something good. And it's not just for gratification, like to put yourself on a pedestal, like, oh, I did something good for someone. It's about being human. It's about humanity. That's not to encourage someone and support someone in that way, and that person having skin, bone, and blood and flesh just like you. What I want to say, it shouldn't be looked at as like I don't want to say a special thing, but I feel like it's supposed to be more natural. It's supposed to be more normalized. I feel like the hate, envy, and all these sins that are mentioned, when you have those feelings inside of you, those ill will feelings for people, you start moving away from being a human. You're becoming inhumane, and that reminds me of the word demon, not a man. Demon, not a man. That's what it reminds me of. Like, it goes back to the zombie, the Walking Dead. It goes back there to that. So it's about putting yourself in the shoes of others and understanding that everybody does not have it easy, and remembering what it felt like when you struggled. And how a lot of times, if somebody just had have said something kind to a person, they might not have jumped off the side of the bridge. Like, and I know that was extreme and it was really unexpected. I don't want to trigger anybody, but I'm being honest. I'm being serious. Like, a lot of times people unalive themselves because they don't feel love. They don't feel like anybody cares. They feel sad, and then it's like this feeling of, it has to be this, I mean, I've never had that feeling, but it has to be this feeling of, what's the point, right? That has to come across someone who's thinking like that. Like, what's the point of me being here if nobody even cares to even check and see if I'm okay? Like, what's the point? And there's a really sad place. That's a really sad place. And I know that a lot of, even maybe some of you that are listening to me now, have been there, but just know that there are people that care about you. You just have to find them. That's that soul family. Like when you put yourself in spiritual circles, you end up finding people that think like you and that are they do have humanity. They do truly care about people. It's not all about the money. It's not all about clout or how it looks. You know, it's supposed to be about the message. Like what. Ooh, this card is sticking out to me. I just heard stop and I looked and this card was sticking out to me. Okay, it says Gaia. Completion. The world. This looks nice, right? Oh, that's pretty. But anyway, the world is at your fingertips as things come full circle for you. This is an ending of a karmic cycle to unlock a new beginning for expansion in your soul growth. It's time to close the door of the past now. The past is no more for a lot of you. Some of you might still be stuck in there, but the faster you can get out of there, the better for you, because then you'll be able to move on to the next stage, the next step, right? But I feel like a lot of you have come to the point of completion now where you're like, I'm not going back there. Can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. Ripple effect. The ripple effect is, it goes back to seeing the reflection. You see the water, the reflection, the ripple effect. The ripple effect is the ripple effect of positive vibrations through the world. That's the ripple effect. You know, when you intention is what it says. You know, when you try to skip a rock in a lake, I think I only was able to skip a rock like one time, and it only did 2 pops. That's difficult for me to do, but I like to try sometime when I'm by the water. But I think I only did like 1 time, and I was so happy and excited. But anyway, the ripple effect is what's important right now. We have to band together and stop being so, like, I don't know what I want to say. Stop being so stuck in the matrix. Like, you got to get out of that mindset. Like, a lot of us need to get out of that mindset of being like envious and angry at people for nobody's reasons. It's just like these reasons inside. That means there's some healing that needs to be done. Start to heal. Start to seek help, seek guidance. Start to do research. How can I make myself feel better? Like, just always remember you have control over your own feelings. Like, you don't have to continue to walk down that same path where you feel like you can't. I don't know how. I can't. I don't want to. Making excuses, like creating issues to stop you from healing or stop you from looking at things different. And also adapt to change. Like, start to adapt to change if you're someone who feels like it's difficult to change or it's scary or feels uncomfortable. I said fears uncomfortable. I didn't mean to say that, but fear is uncomfortable. And when you're, most of the time when you're afraid of change, it's because of fear. But fear is not real. Fear is an illusion. Fear is not real. It's most of the time we're fearful of things that we create in our own minds, and it's not even real. It's not real. It's an illusion. We create our own 7 of Cups for ourselves sometime. It doesn't always have to be someone else creating illusions in your life. You can create illusions in your own life if you allow your mind to do that. You have to control it and reroute your thinking. Or you get stuck in a place, and it could be a dark place. It could be a dark place. Intentions. The intention behind action is far-reaching and at times very impactful. The frequency of your action is then matched and echoed through time. Be mindful of the power behind your thoughts, decisions, and actions. Yeah, like you could make the choice and decide how you want to feel, how you want to be. What are you going to let little things bother you? Are you going to let little things bother you, or are you going to like turn it around, like turn that frown upside down and choose to be like happy? You see my little piece of stick? Yeah, but your emotions and your feelings, it's a choice. It's a choice. You don't have to be holding on to, you know, all these things. You don't have to. You don't have to. Like, it's time to look at things differently and recognize that it's okay to heal. It's okay to feel good. Because I think sometimes we feel like feeling good doesn't exist or something. Like, feel good in my life is too jacked up. It's not possible, but it is possible. It is possible. If you want it to be, it's about, you have to believe in it. You have to believe. If you don't believe, your whole life is your belief system. You know that? Your whole life is what you believe. You create your life. Aside from things that are out of your control, like who your parents are, or if you know your parents at all, things like that, those are like out of our control. At least from what I know. If anybody knows different, let me know. But I'm not talking about things that are out of our control. I'm talking about what we do have control of, and that's ourselves. We have control of ourselves. I just feel like a lot of us, things happen and then we feel like we lost control because we're so hurt from things that happen in life. That pain that happens in life makes you lose control, makes you feel like you don't know what's going on, makes you feel like you're second guessing yourself, like you're not good enough, and then you start putting yourself down. Then you get stressed, depressed, and sad, and then it's like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Now I'm confused and I'm just sad, and I'm just gonna be here and I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna be lost. And it's okay to be lost sometimes. But it's about how you gonna get out of being lost. How you gonna find your way. As long as you're thinking about finding your way out of feeling lost, then you're on the right track, even though you feel like you're not, because you don't know what's going on sometimes. We all go through that. Sometimes we don't know what is going on. Like, what's happening? I don't know. But I'm just here. I'm waving through it. Waving. I'm gliding. Sliding. Unwinding. Fantasizing. All types of things. Our brain is powerful, this thing. Brain is the mind. It could take us to so many places. Like, just think, when we're sleeping, we travel. We travel. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I had a dream. I don't know, maybe it was like 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3, I don't know. I think it was 2 weeks ago. And it was like when the dream started, I was already on the phone having a conversation with somebody I do not know. And I was saying one thing and she was like countering me. I was saying, like, it's like I was talking about a man. I don't know who I was talking about. But I was like, no, like, he's good. Like, he's he's trying to, you know, do it, or I don't know. I don't even know all my words, but it was like me trying to, like, root for somebody, like be on somebody's side, like trying to help it, to not make them look so bad and help. I don't even know why I'm talking to this person, but I was in the middle of the conversation once I realized I was in a dream. We was already talking, so I don't even know where the conversation started. It was very odd. That's something that never happened to me before. And then she was like countering me, like, no, but he's not doing it right. And then I would say one thing and she would say the opposite. And then I just stopped. Now I notice that I have the ability to ask questions to who's in my dream. Before, I wasn't able to do that. I didn't have that much control. But now I could ask questions. I could talk and say things. Because usually in my dreams, throughout all my years, I never said anything. But now I'm more aware, so I'm talking to the people or the spirits that I'm talking to in my dreams. So I said, what's your name? I be asking their name, like, who are you? Why you all up in my dreams like that? But anyway, she said, my name is Diane. And then all of a sudden, the phone call switched, and then I ended up on my couch, and I was talking to this older woman. She sounded a little Southern. She had like a slight Southern accent, and she was like, yeah, sometimes I feel lonely, but I'm here, you know. And I was like, she was like, it's nice to talk to somebody. She said something like that. And I was like, I can't remember what I said right now when it comes to the next thing I said, but I said something to her like, I can't remember what I said. But she was so sweet. She had the sweetest tone with me. And we was talking fine until I said something. I think I struck a chord with her, and I wish I remember what I said. I feel like it was something very emotional. It was kind of like, you know, I know it's difficult when, you know, you don't communicate with people or the ones you love, or when people don't reach out to you to make sure you're good or something like that. I was saying. And then she was like, okay, baby. But she was so sweet. And after she said what I'm about to tell you, I felt bad. I was like, ooh, I did something. I don't know what I did. But she said, please don't contact my lineage anymore. And I woke up like, huh? Who did I just contact? And I said, what did I do? And I apologized in the spirit because I felt like I offended a spirit. I felt like, but I wasn't trying to. I was dreaming, man. I was asleep. I don't know where I went. I don't know where I went. But I went somewhere. And she said that to me. And I felt so bad. It bothered me. When I woke up, I was like, damn, what did I do? I did something. I don't know how. I don't know what I did. I don't know. But she said something like, baby, it's nice talking to you, but please don't contact my lineage anymore, okay? It was like so like, And then I had to talk to Spirit about that because it was bothering me. So I pulled cards and I said, what was that? And it was basically saying it was a spirit of someone who in their waking life, they feel guilty for things that they've done. They felt guilty for things that they've done. And it makes me want to cry because she didn't feel like it's like I was trying to help her. And she didn't feel like she was worthy of being helped. Oh God, why am I so emotional? I don't know what that was. Like, I didn't ask for it. She felt like she wasn't worthy, like. That's why she said that, because I thought I did something wrong, but it was her telling me to just leave it alone because whatever happened, she deserves it. Like, she feel like she's supposed to reap the consequences or suffer the consequences, or however you want to put it. But that made me very emotional because I know that a lot of people in the world, they do things that they feel like they can't come back from, and that's why they just turn away from anything spiritual. They turn away from anything that could save them, to save their soul, anything that could purify them. And that's just so sad. Like, that's sad. Like, that's so sad. Like, that's where the lost souls come from. That's a part of it. Oh my goodness, like that dream was so powerful. I felt like I was literally on the phone. Like I felt like it was so real. And it's like at one point it felt so real that I thought I was awake, but I was like, I don't know this lady. Who am I talking to? Like the first one that was trying to like counter what I was saying. It was almost like she was like going up against what I was saying, like not agreeing with me, like wanted to put the person, whoever I was trying to talk about or something, whoever I was trying to defend or advocate for, whoever that was, I don't know, in the first one, that first conversation, she was not having it. It's like she was a judge that wanted to put somebody in jail, and she was just trying to focus on what they did wrong as opposed to what they did right. She wasn't even trying to like hear about what they did right. Like she didn't even care. And I feel like a lot of people walk the earth like that too. Not worried about what people did right, but always paying attention to what they did wrong. And that creates a lot of negativity. That creates a lot of negativity in a person, and just energy. Like that's just negative energy. I mean, when people did wrong, they did wrong. Let karma handle it. But we don't gotta be trying to condemn each other. What is that about? Like, let karma handle, let the universe handle that. Let Most High handle that. That's not our job to be doing that. It's not our job to be doing that. You know, the only time that it makes sense for us to pass judgment really is when it has to do with us and our well-being. Like, you know, everybody's on their journey, but like if you have somebody in your energy and they ain't doing right, then it's like, all right, I'm judging the situation and you gotta go. You can't be a part of my life because you don't act right. And that's different. But we all make mistakes, and we all deserve a chance to try to, I mean, some things it's kind of hard to bounce back from. But if you truly have a desire, if you truly have a desire to want to be better, and it's to the point where you're making a choice and you're not doing it for somebody else, that's when it's real. And that's when you actually truly change as a person. When you have done something wrong and you genuinely want to fix it, and you're apologetic and you actually feel bad about what you did when you know it was wrong. That's like accepting what is and trying to fix it for the better, like, you know. But when you did something wrong and you like, I don't care, or I didn't do that, no remorse, I don't give a damn. If you have that energy, then I mean, you gonna get what you give. You gonna get what you give. But I think that's it for this reading. This reading took me to a place I didn't know I was gonna start getting emotional like that. This was it's very random. It felt random, but it felt like it wasn't random. It felt random to me because I didn't expect it. But there's a lot of purpose in this reading. I don't know which. I feel like I want to get one more card. Let me just get this one. I was gonna get the angel messages, but I always get those. Are these angel messages too? I think so. Let me see. Just one. I'm just gonna get one. Then I'm gonna end it. Okay, that's a lot more than one, y'all. Okay, let me just take the first one out that was upright because a lot of them fell out backwards. I'm just gonna take the one that came out upright. All right, this one says words of abundance. Okay. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms. Thank you, Spirit. This was good. Good message. And that is what you attract for yourself and others. I just said that you get what you give. So when you give positivity, that's what you're going to get back. And I feel like a lot of times that's the get back. Once you give, the get back is what do I want to say? I don't even know how to say what I'm thinking right now. It's something like the give back from what you give is it could be unexpected or something like that. I feel like I'm not saying it all the way how I'm thinking it, but you get what you give. If you're putting nastiness into your energy field, that's what you're gonna get back. So be careful of the words that you speak to people. Be careful of your words, because you could put curses on people and not realize what you're doing. And yeah, you know, just be careful with your words. It's okay to be free, but also be mindful. Don't end up being an ass, like, towards people. And you can say what you gotta say and be free and be you. But if you try to say that, oh, being me is being an asshole, what are you saying? That sounds crazy. That's just you being angry and bitter. That's not okay. Like, don't try to, like, make excuses for that. There's no excuse for that. You treat people how you want to be treated. Like, if you want to be treated like how you treat people, and you walking around being nasty and spreading nastiness and bad energy, you should just put yourself in circles where people are going to disrespect you then and stay there, because that's what you like. If you're giving it, you want it, then you asking for it, you know? You get what you give. All right, I'm gonna end it before I keep talking. I'm gonna end it for now. Maybe I'll be back later. I don't know. I have some other work I need to do, but I hope that this message helped 1, 2, 3, or all of you. And if you would like to book a personal reading, you can. Just check the description box below. Click the link and go to my website, and you can book the reading there. And always remember that God is in you and the magic is too, because you are magic. All right, much love to you. I'll see you in the next read. Bye.